It's more open space. I mean, living in the city, you know, you can't really we love playing frisbee. You can't play frisbee in the street. So we come to the park because it's like an open gathering. There's more space for us to run around, and there's also like less distractions. I'll talk to the other dog owners because that's like the most common. I don't really, when I come to play frisbee with my friends, not a lot of people will come up to us. I know though that my dad comes and there's like a soccer game here on the weekends, and he joins in with a bunch of people he doesn't know, and everyone doesn't know each other, and they just kind of play soccer. The one thing I always thought was weird were the stairs. You know, the stairs.
Yeah.
I just thought that they were kind of like oddly placed because I don't know, like not a few times I see people working out on them, but they're usually pretty empty and people are just kind of walking around. They don't seem to have a use. And I feel like that could have been something more open for people to, I don't know, sit down, have picnics, things like that, instead of just like really steep stairs. That's the one thing that I was always kind of confused about. I've had like countless birthday parties at the park. And so when that kind of thing happens, you know, we bring picnic tables, we do things like that. So I guess that's like adapting the space. But I think the nice thing about this park is that they just have a lot of open fields. And when I come to exercise and play sports, I can kind of just come here and use the space without having to do anything. The one thing is I've never seen a lot of changes in the park, and sometimes I feel like it needs to kind of adapt to what's going on. This neighborhood has completely changed in the last like 10 years. There's way more people, there's way more kids to also kind of make this neighborhood a little more modern. And like, so it can keep up with the new people and the new atmosphere, because it is kind of like, it's a little basic, it's a little classic, and this neighborhood has become so hipster and modern, so, you know, something to keep up with it. Like, it would be cool if we had some art kind of to make it more personalized.
Like, I went to yoga in the park once because it was free and it was pretty cool. There was a lot of people there. But, and I go to like all the, at least in Prospect Park and in Central Park, a lot of the free shows that they put on, when those are advertised, I go to a lot of those. Probably the internet is the number one, but it also just like word of mouth from someone that I know who's like, oh, you know, like they're doing this like, you know, summer stage thing over the whole summer, and there, you know, there's going to be all these different bands, and then I, you know, go to the internet from there, but typically I'll hear about it from someone else first. I don't really think it's that flexible. I mean, there's like a few benches, but they're usually like occupied by one person that sits there all fucking day and doesn't really share it. And I don't know, I like, you know, they're bolted down. You can't really move anything around, but I guess that's because they don't want people stealing stuff, because it's New York and people would steal them. But yeah, I don't think it's that flexible. I mean, you just go, there's a field to lay on, at least in Prospect Park, the Soldiers Field, and that's pretty much it. But I mean, you know, it's not terrible either. I probably feel more at home in the public spaces than I do just walking around, because I mean, they're made to be welcoming to anyone that wants to come by. Whereas like when I'm just walking down the street, that's not my home, or that's not a place that I'm supposed to like sit down and hang out, because that's someone else's, you know, front yard or backyard. Whereas like going to a public space is like a destination.
Like a park that is closed, a closed space where you have to enter into a garden or a center space. Public spaces that are more diffused, you don't have as much social interaction, I think.